Effie! Effie! Effie?
Hello, Grandpa.
Where's your grandma?
Oh, she's not here, Grandpa.
Hey, you come back here, girl. You stay put when I'm asking you a question. I said, where's your grandma?
She hitched the buggy and went out.
Where? When?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere, someplace, some time ago.
You're evading the issue. I bet she went over to see that no-good, cheating Indian fortune teller again.
Oh, no, she wouldn't, Grandpa. After the way you carried on the last time, and the way you laid the law down to her, oh, she'd never go there again, Grandpa, never.
What you want to know?
Well, Smoking Horse, dear, this is confidential, you understand. Well, it's about our daughter, Henrietta. She's a widow, you know. Lost her sweet husband years ago. Of course, she has Lucy and her papa and me, but it just ain't right for a full-grown, handsome woman to be without a husband. So, I was wondering, dear, if you could throw some of that dust of yours into the fire and tell me when Henrietta might expect a wedding.
You bring cash?
Oh, of course.
Fire spirit sends smoke to land of many moons. Great river, run like sound of buffalo. Give big message.
What is it?
There will be a wedding soon for daughter.
Oh, good. Did the smoke give any details, dear?
Next man to come to ranch will be future husband.
Got a girl named Lucy. She lives out on the range, and I love her. Ooh. She's the prettiest thing in the county. Now, howdy, Sheriff. Oh, howdy, old timer.
Dirty Dan, eh? Oh, I got a warrant out for his arrest.
That's a waste paper basket.
Oh. Well, you won't have to wait for Dirty Dan long. I hear him and his men are on the way to Wretched right now.
Dirty Dan's coming to Wretched?
Yep. I recall the last time he come to town, we lost a sheriff. And the time before that, when he came to town, we lost a sheriff. In the last 10 years, Dirty Dan has come to Wretched 4 times, and we lost 4 sheriffs. The first thing Dirty Dan does when he comes to town is shoot the sheriff.
4? Well, you watch. One of these days, he'll make the same mistake that all criminals make. He'll go just a little too far.
Oh, we'll give you a nice funeral, Sheriff. Once around the square, and once past the firehouse.
Oh, well, thanks. But he ain't gonna get me, I promise you that. Because I'm gonna be ready and waiting with my guns loaded and with my lightning-quick reflexes. That's the reason I carry 2 of them. With my left hand, I don't... Come in!
I beg your pardon, but could you tell me the direction to the Hanks ranch?
The Hanks?
Yeah.
Talk to the sheriff here. He's courting their daughter, Lucy.
How do you do? I'm Stanley Worthington Dill, and I just arrived from Boston.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Dill. Are you a relative of the Hanks?
Actually, I'm here to take possession of their property, actually.
Take possession? You can't do that. They own that ranch. Well, they homesteaded that 50 years ago.
It's quite true, but this paper proves that they homesteaded the wrong land, actually. See, the property they're on was owned by my family long before the Hanks settled there. And this proves it. It's the deed to the land. It's dated and officially sealed.
Real wax, all right.
Yes. Now, if you'd be so good as to tell me, how do I get to my ranch?
Well, you go out here down wastebasket. That thing on me, I can't. Would you help me get this off? I don't think I can make it.
All right, Effie. Where you been?
Well, I've been gathering some wonderful news, Andrew, dear. Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da. You recognize that song?
Yep. Battle Hymn of the Republic.
That's the wedding march.
Grandma, we've been worried about you.
Well, where's your mama?
She's fixing lunch.
Well, I've been on a most important errand. Just wait till you hear what I have to tell you both.
Now, Effie, before you start babbling to her, I want you to tell me something straight out. Was you over talking to that no-good, cheating Indian fortune teller?
Are you referring to Mr. Smoking Horse?
That's the varmint I was talking about. You was talking to him, wasn't you?
Well, in a way, yes.
I knew it, Effie. I knew it. Didn't I tell you never to listen to that cheating, thieving, fortune-telling Indian? He's a blight on his own tribe. He's a swindling, conniving, worthless, know-nothing who ain't never in his whole life uttered one single solitary word of truth. What'd he say?
Well, there's something very exciting about Henrietta.
Well, what is it? Tell us.
Your mama is going to be married, Lucy, dear.
Mama? Mary? Mama! Mama! Yes, Mama!
When is the marriage going to take place?
Oh, very soon. Mr. Smoking Horse said positively that the next man to come to the ranch would be Henrietta's future husband.
Well, boys, here's the Hanks place down there.
Dan, those folks will recognize you. That sheriff's hung posters all over this country.
No, that don't matter none whatsoever at all. I hear tell the Hanks family's nothing but 3 women and an old man. Besides, I got a very special reason for hiding out down there. Come on.
Someone's coming.
Let's get these horses in the barn.
Mama, you really ought to change into something special. You want to look your best when the man comes.
Lucy, between you and me, I don't set too much store by Smoking Horse's predictions. He says someday folks will be going to the moon.
How many days is the man coming?
Where?
Thought you didn't put no store by that Indian fortune teller.
Oh, you never can tell, Papa.
Yes.
Who is it?
Well, I ain't never seen him before. Lucy, come help me get into something just a little more female.
Henrietta's future husband. Dear, I do hope he's not a drinking man. I think it's only fitting that you should answer the door, the father of the bride.
Howdy, son.
Mr. Hanks.
That's right. Come on in.
Thank you. I'm Stanley Worthington Dill from Boston, and I've come to claim what is rightfully mine.
I'll tell you one thing, Pom. He comes right to the point.
Well, come in, Mr. Dill. It's a real pleasure to welcome you to our home. I'm Henrietta's mother.
How do you do? And now, please let me explain why I'm here.
Oh, well, there's no need to explain why you're here. We already know.
And you have no actual objections?
Well, you ain't no great shakes for looks. How's your wind?
You did say you were from Boston, didn't you, dear?
Mrs. Hanks, it really doesn't matter where I'm from.
That's very true, dear. Love has no concern with geography. But folks from Boston are mostly high class, and we're not about to turn our baby over to a fella that's low class.
Your baby?
Yeah. Here she is. Henrietta, this is Mr. Stanley Worthington Dill from Boston. And this is our daughter, Henrietta.
How do you do?
How do you do, Henrietta? Well, Mrs. Hanks, you have a perfectly lovely daughter, and I'd like very much...
Oh, Stanley, it's easy to see you haven't had much experience asking a delicate question. You don't ask me. You ask him. You always ask the father of the bride.
Ask him what?
You know, you ain't the brightest fellow I ever came down the road.
You came here to marry Henrietta, don't you remember?
Mrs. Hanks, I did not come here to marry anyone. Oh, do forgive me, Henrietta.
Oh, there's nothing to forgive. But if you didn't come here marriage-minded, why did you come here?
Actually, I came here to take possession of this ranch.
What?
You what?
You're a cuckoo bird. You're about 50 years too late, Sonny. This ranch has already been taken possession of by us.
Why, my mama and papa took this land from the buzzards and the coyotes. They homesteaded this place.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, Henrietta, but they homesteaded the wrong land, actually. Now, here's the proof. You see, the land that you settled on belonged to my grandfather, and he's given it to me.
It's a forgery.
There's the territorial seal.
And there's Mr. Jerome's signature.
This is my ranch.
Oh, Papa, you can't fight the U.S. government. We might as well face it. Them papers is proper and legal.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing for you to be upset about, Lucy, dear.
We've just had a small change of plans, dear, that's all. It seems that 50 years ago, we homesteaded the wrong land. You'll have to admit, Andrew, that was a pretty silly mistake.
Well, it was a cheap map, and the sun was in my eyes.
We don't own this place? This isn't our ranch anymore?
No, dear, it belongs to Mr. Dill now.
50 years chopping down trees, digging out stumps, blasting rocks, hauling away logs, sun up to sundown, 7 days a week.
Well, you know the old saying, easy come, easy go.
But it's not fair. This is our home.
Well, Andrew, you fetch the wagon. I'll take the girls and start packing.
Well, what'll we do? Where will we go?
Only thing we can do, go west and start all over again. Stake out a new homestead.
And this time, dear, wear your glasses.
What's this tree doing in my doorway?
Papa, that's Dirty Dan.
I'll leave the premises if you get your carcass out of the way.
Nobody's going nowhere. All right, now just everybody be quiet, and there ain't nobody gonna get hurt.
What's going on? Is this an actual holdup?
I wouldn't say it was a holdup, would you, Mama?
No, they don't go around holding up simple ranch folk. At least Mr. Dan doesn't.
Well, now you be quiet, old lady. Hey, city fella. Huh? You toting a shooting iron?
Shooting? Oh, a gun. No. Look, you can see. I've never carried a gun in my life. Actually, I consider guns destructive.
Mama, what are they gonna do?
I don't know, honey. Just keep your eyes open and your mouth closed.
Whatever you're doing, let's get on with it. We got more important things to do than to stand here looking at your disgusting face.
No, you watch out, old man. I don't like you.
I ain't too crazy about you either.
Hold him! Now, there ain't nobody going near them there guns. Now, next one I see itching in that direction's going to get scratched by a bullet.
Actually, the man is sincere.
All right, you two fan out. Watch the road. Now, is there anyone here who would like to test my aim with this here gun?
Mr. Dan?
Yeah?
Well, I don't want to seem overly familiar, but would you mind if we called you Dirty?
My mama always used to call me that. Don't move. I got 18 notches on this here gun.
Only 18 notches?
Well, I used to kill regular folk, too, but I just notched the sheriffs. You see, my folks never cottoned to interference, so we do it with sheriffs as sort of a public service.
We're in the hands of a mad killer who intends to do away with all of us.
Stanley, there's nothing to worry about, dear. You heard him. Mr. Dirty specializes in shooting sheriffs.
Emma, Harold's the sheriff. He's gonna shoot Harold.
Is that what you got in mind?
That's exactly what I got in mind, lady. Why do you think I picked this place for a hideout? I know the sheriff's girlfriend lives here. Now, when he comes over to court on you, honey, we're just gonna pick him off real simple like.
I can't believe this is happening to a Bostonian.
Maybe Harold won't come today.
All right, now, Wilbur, I'm going out to the Hanks. Dirty Dan coming to Wretched. If anything comes up, you send somebody after me. Somebody will swallow me. Now, Wilbur, you sure you can handle everything, huh?
Don't you worry about a thing, because I'm going to get the pictures of all those criminals, and I'm going to put it on the board. And you'll be back before I could even tell you.
And then after we get the sheriff knocked off, me and the boys are going to ride into town, rob the bank, and then shoot up the saloon, sort of to unwind.
Miserable low-down skunks.
Oh, goodness, we're not being very hospitable. Dirty, would you care for a cup of tea?
To drink?
That's just because you ain't tasted our mom's special brand of sassafras pico.
Now, I'll get the teapot, and Andrew, dear, you get the cups and saucers, and those teaspoons that we got at the Quincy Livestock and Garden Exposition.
Good idea, Effie. Where'd you put those spoons?
Hold it! Now, look, I told you, nobody gets near them there guns.
Most untrusting varmint I ever did see.
Mama, make the tea.
Now, hold it. Now, I'm sorry, man, but I can't trust you neither. Now, nobody moves till the sheriff comes and we get him took care of.
Good gracious, Dirty, you can't mind if they make just a little old pot of tea.
Now, like I said, nobody leaves this room now. If they want to make tea, they're going to make it right here.
Oh, goodness, that's what I had in mind. See?
Oh, ma'am, you don't have to make that fire no bigger. It's hotter than blazes in here right now.
Well, for the tea, dear. I think it's cozy with the kettle singing on the hearth. Andrew, dear, would you come over and help me, please?
This ain't no time to be fiddling around with tea.
Well, I ain't fiddling, dear. Stir up the fire, Andrew.
What do you got on your mind, Effie?
A little correspondence. Some Indian skywriting. Will you pour, or shall I?
You better do it, Effie. My spelling is terrible.
Dang, if that ain't the messiest tea fixing I ever been a party to. Hey, that means your friend the sheriff's coming.
Oh, please, don't shoot him.
Oh, now, don't threaten none, girlie. We're going to hit him right in the head. He won't feel nothing.
No.
No, you get over there. All right, boys. When I count to 3, let him have it. One, 2.
Get in there. I got a nice big jail waiting for you. Say, you know something, Dirty? Since you fell in that horse trough, you're not as dirty as you was.
Oh, Harold, I was so afraid you'd get shot.
Oh, well, you had no reason to worry, Miss Lucy. I'm watching out for myself. I'm alert every second.
Harold, look out!
Ow. All right, just for that, you don't get no soup with your supper, Dirty. And that's the part of the meal I fix myself.
See smoke signals come from chimney of house.
Well, we're very grateful to you.
Smoky horse owe you favor, give you wrong fortune. Use wrong smoke powder. Should have said, beware of strangers.
One good turn deserves another, Smokey. The next time you have a snake dance, I'll furnish the sidewinders.
Henrietta, I have decided to go back to Boston.
Well, I'm sorry you can't stay longer, Mr. Dill. Things was just beginning to liven up.
Where are you rushing off for, Stan?
Goodness sakes, yes, we scarcely had a chance to visit with you.
Well, I must confess that this was a terrifying experience. I simply couldn't live in a place where such things happen.
Oh, you soon start getting used to it, sweetie.
Actually, I'd rather not. That's all the same. Oh, by the way, Mr. Hanks, I have signed over the deed to the ranch. It's all yours.
Oh, isn't it nice?
Well, it was really nothing.
Mr. Dill, you better get aboard, sir. I got to get these varmints into town. Actually. Hold still, stupid.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Hanks. Goodbye, Mrs. Hanks. Goodbye, Henrietta. I shall remember you always.
And I'll remember you, Stan.
Thanks.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Goodbye, Lucy. Well, ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Bye.
You know, Andrew, dear, it's been a real nice day.